So in chapter 4 in the book Ultra Processed People by Chris Van Tilliken, it was on page 83. That's when the chapter 4 starts up until like page 90 something. Basically, if you go through all of chapter 4, he explains how in 1940s, when World War II started, and actually World War II is already going on, Germany was still dependent on North American and Asian imports to make butter, right? And they wanted to be independent. So what did they do? A guy named Jürgen Ippenstiel Imhausen had a company called Imhausen Chemie. Basically, what he was doing, he had a company that created soap. I don't know if he created some other things, but his company was creating soap, right? So basically soap. Yeah, nothing sketchy about that, right? But then he got an amazing idea. The German idea, which is, what if we tried to use our synthetic fats from our soaps to make butter? You know, since our country's in such dire need. Well, eventually, Hitler found out about this himself. And since Jürgen wasn't an Aryan raced man, basically, you know, like the blue eyes, blonde hair, that was a race. It was just like a biological coincidence, right? They have blonde hair and blue eyes, but you considered them like special people, though they were just normal white people. Anyways, Hitler wanted to send him to a concentration camp, you know? But his company was big enough to get the word to the president himself. That's probably why. But Jurgen's and associates negotiated a deal with the Nazis that would allow them to test synthetic butters made out of soaps and fats on prisoners inside of concentration camps. 4 years later, 1944, butter was finally available to the public, and it was the main way in Germany made its butter without being dependent on America or Asia. So, when you hear this story, what do you feel? I'm in Central Europe. I'm in Czech Republic right now, which is next to Germany. I'm fucking scared of the butter I used to cook my eggs in. Okay? Well, what the fuck do? I just order American butter and wait months, like weeks for it to come? No. The reason why I'm even mentioning this is because there are a lot of endocrine disruptors, a lot of bad stuff in our environment, and we can be schizo about this on self-improvement, etc. Like, they use fucking soap fats in fucking butter. Like, bro, this book scared the shit out of me, bro. I'm never touching ice cream again, bacterial slime in ice cream. I'm never touching Coca-Cola, emulgators and Coca-Cola. I'm never touching any of this stuff again. This book, I'm only halfway through it. Almost halfway through it. And I'm already scared of 90% of stuff. This is why I stay away from UPFs, ultra-processed foods. But also, another thing that you have to understand, a thing that Ali explained inside of Biogenesis, was he basically said there's no way to really avoid endocrine disruptors. There's always going to be some in your environment. It's impossible. You can't avoid it. So what do? Like, let's say you're in a trench. He gave this analogy. Let's say you're in a trench and you're getting shot at. Do you try and dodge the bullets? No. What do? You drive a fucking tank that can withstand the bullets. So you build a body that can withstand this shit. Obviously, you try to avoid it as much as you can, but it's eventually inevitable. That's why the Biogenesis protocol that he has in Blackthorn, that was fucking top tier level shit. I'm selling it to you, and it's not even my product. You basically build a high testosterone body that has not just testosterone, but your hormones in general intact. Okay, your whole endocrine system is very fucking sensitive to this shit. And you don't want to have random shit that just randomly spikes up your cortisol, randomly spikes up your prolactin, that fucking is the hormone that women produce, the lactate, basically, to like fucking produce milk in their titties. You know, a lot of the stuff that you're doing, like jerking off, does increase your prolactin. Or like estrogen. Prolactin is correlative with estrogen too, by the way. You know, a lot of this stuff. So, do your research on this, bro. Don't take my fucking word for it. Read this book yourself. Fuck around. Learn about the endocrine system. Maybe I'm wrong in some stuff, okay? Like, I'm just an 18-year-old kid who's just learning about this stuff. But I wanted to put this message onto you that maybe there's a guy that's going to start researching this stuff, and 5 years from now, he's going to have a kid, and he's not going to be fucking infertile. because of the stuff in his environment that he would have otherwise consumed and not even built the tank in the first place. So, yeah, man. Honestly, with all of this in mind, may God bless you. Catch you on the next one.